Hey YouTube, Big 58 here, and welcome to the channel. This video is to show you my entire Smith Wesson revolver collection, all laid out together. Now you've probably seen some previous videos of me showing my early, well, it was kind of like a partial collection. I've never shown everything all laid out together, but this is it. Now, as far as this goes, this is the last time you're going to see all these guns together because I'm going to be selling them off. I've reached that point in life where I'm getting out of the gun collecting business, and I'm going to be selling all these guns off one at a time. Now, before that happens, as I stated before in another video, I'm going to be taking all these guns out one at a time and enjoying them for one last time, and then I'll be cleaning them up and selling them. Now the question is, which one's going to be the first one to go and which one's going to be the last one that I may keep? Now that I haven't decided yet, because really, I mean, I like every last one of them, and it's going to be a hard decision, but nonetheless, I'm going to be true to my word and I'll be selling them. Now I'm going to sell them on an online platform that I don't know if I'm allowed to name on YouTube, but if I'm not, it's going to be listed in the description on this video. And I will be letting you know when these individual guns are going to be sold and what name I'll be selling them under for anybody who may be interested in buying them. But anyway, this is my entire Smith & Wesson revolver collection. And I'm going to be parting with them really soon. Now, mostly over here are all of my Model 66s. In the middle part are my Model 686s. And over here on the right, all of my 44 and 41 Magnums, which are Model 29s, 629s, and the one Model 57. But let me show you all of these individually for one last time. All right. First gun I want to show you is my Model 66 No Dash. You know, this is an early model gun because it still has, this particular model rather, has a pin barrel and a recessed cylinder. This one also has what I call the service hammer and a service trigger. Really nice gun. All right, the second one I want to show you is my Model 66-1. Now this too is an early run gun because it still has the pin barrel and it still has the recessed cylinder. Even though some of the models that you find around the Dash 1s, they had already stopped recessing the cylinders, but this was an early one. This too has a service hammer and a service trigger, but this gun has the nicest trigger and the nicest actions of all the guns that I have in my collection. I mean, it really does. It's just super smooth. It rivals any Coke that Python that I've ever shot in my life. Now, I know it's been asked me quite a few times, do I shoot my guns or are they just safe cleans? Are they for show? I've shot every gun on this table except one, and I'll show you which one that is. Third up, this is my Model 66-2. They've already stopped pinning the barrels about that time. So as you can see, it doesn't have a recessed cylinder and it doesn't have the pin barrel. But this is a 3-teed gun because it has the target stocks, it has a target hammer, and a wide serrated target trigger. I've shot this Model 66 more than I shot any of the rest of them. And it's a really nice gun. This is my Model 66-4. This one, again, 6-inch barrel gun. It has a regular service hammer and a service trigger. No pins, no recessed barrels or cylinders. And this is the gun where Smith & Wesson started to transition to their more modern frames. As you can see that you can see that with the rear sight is rounded and sculpted into the frame. But when you look at the earlier models, They were a little bit wider and a little bit longer, and they were cut square on the end. And this is my Model 66-3. Again, no pin barrel, no reset cylinder. This is a beautiful gun. It's got service hammer, service trigger. It actually has a combat trigger. It's a smooth trigger. And this is an awesome gun. All of my guns got a story behind them. I mean, I could tell you at least the story that I got when I bought them. This gun I bought from its original owner. He was like a farmer, and he carried it on his side all of the time when he farmed. He's told me he shot this gun. I think he said he put maybe 2 loads through this gun, maybe 12 rounds in all of the years that he carried it. I was so glad to buy this from him, and I got it at a really good price. And that's all my Model 66s. All right, let's see. Let's start off with the very first one of the Model 66s that was made. This is a Model 66 no dash. These guns came with all Model 66s that were the early run guns when they were putting wooden stocks on them, came with speed loader cutout stocks. You can see these Model 66s, they have extractor cutout stocks. But all of these Model 686s, and forgive me if I call them Model 66s, but all of these 686s came with speed loader cutout stocks. Another beautiful gun. Like I said, this is the no dash, which was the early version. There was a few changes that were made along the way when they was designed these 686s. I'm not going to get into that right now. This is a really nice gun. All right, second 6-inch model -1 or 686-1. Again, beautiful gun. And all of them pretty much came with the same hammers and triggers on these. They were either service or semi-target. So you don't find like a target hammer and target trigger on Model 686s unless somebody put them in themselves. It's a really nice gun too. Now this gun here, I think, has the nicest trigger of all of my 686s. It's just, again, just real smooth. I don't know if it's got worn in or what, but it's a really nice trigger on that gun. All right, third is the 686-2. Now, I know all these guns look just, they almost look exactly the same, but I know them apart because I just know how they're configured. I can tell by the stocks on them. Now, I've shot this one more than any of the rest of them. And don't ask me why, I just have. But this gun too has a real nice trigger on it. It's been worn in a little bit, but I haven't shot it in a while, so it's gotten a little stiffer. But again, really nice gun. This is my Model 686-4. And you can see there's a difference between it and the rest of them you can just look at the thumb piece. Smith Wesson had already started the transition to their modern guns. It's got the same type of frame as that Model 66-4 and rear sight. This one has a different thumb piece. And but this is the last year that they were making these before they transitioned to their new frames. They even changed the extractor cutout, well, the star rather, on the extractor a little bit on this one. But this, a really nice gun, and I love these stocks. That's just really beautiful. Really nice gun. And this is my pride and joy. This is my 686-3. This gun's got a combat trigger and a semi-target hammer. This gun is has been now this is a Lou Horton gun. At least that's what I've been told, and what I've been told from the person that I bought it from. And I haven't fired in a long time, and It's feeling a little stiff, but good lubrication, and she'll be ready to go. Now this is my 686-5. Now this is the last gun in the, as far as the model 686s go, that didn't have the key lock in it. But it doesn't have the hammer mounted firing pin. But this is a really nice gun. I looked long and wide for this one. And as you can see, this is a 7-shot model versus the 6-shot models. I love this gun here. And what I normally do when I go to the range, I'll take all of my 686 snubs and I'll just kind of compare them. I really like this gun. I don't like it as much as this one, but I really like it a lot. And I was glad to get it. And last but not least, on the 686 is my 686-6. Now, it is identical primarily to my -5, with one exception. It's got that key lock. What can you do? I'm glad to have this gun. It's a nice gun. It's also 7-shot. It's a really nice shooter. Haven't had any issue with it or the lock. So I'm still glad to have it. That's 686-6. And that's it. So now let's talk about all of my in-frame guns. Okay, first off, this is a model 29-3. This one is a 6-inch barrel, not the 6.5-inch barrel like the -2s and prior. But this is a beautiful gun. No pin barrel, no recessed cylinder, but it does have a target hammer and a target trigger, and these beautiful target stocks, and I do mean beautiful. This is an all-around just awesome gun. And I have shot it. I didn't shoot it much because I want to keep this gun in pristine condition as it was when I bought it. I know a lot of people love to make references to Dirty Harry and Hattie Callahan, but this is not the one that he carried. This is a later version of those that he carried, but nonetheless, it is still an amazing gun, and I like it a lot. Now this is basically the smaller sister to that gun, or smaller brother. This is a model 29-3 in the 4-inch barrel. It is configured exactly the same as the one I just showed you in the 6-inch barrel. It too is a 3-teed gun. It's got a target hammer, target trigger, target stocks. It's a beautiful gun. No pin barrel, no recessed cylinder. It's an amazing shooter. And it has beautiful target stocks on it as well. All right, this is my model 629, which is the exact same gun as this model 29, except it's done in stainless steel. This is a 629-1, and it's a beautiful gun. But I got a really great deal on this gun, so I'm not complaining. It's a great shooter. It was carried a lot, but it wasn't shot a lot because it's really tight and just really nice. Love it. This was my 629-1 in the 6-inch version, which is the exact same thing as that model 29 that I showed you, except it's done in stainless steel. This is a -1, which is identical to the 4-inch gun. And I've got a story behind this one as well. The man that sold me this gun said it had a hammer push off on it. And it did, but it wasn't pushing off on each cylinder. I found out the gun was just gunked up really bad on the inside, so just a good cleaning alleviated that problem. And I got a really good deal on this gun, and it came just as you see it. It came with the stocks and everything on it. So that was a steal. This is my model 629-6 Deluxe. Now at the time they were calling these Talos. So this was a Talo edition gun. Now these aren't the Talo edition stocks that came on this gun. I swapped them out because I prefer these over Talo stocks. I still got them with the gun, so when they're sold, they'll go with the gun. This gun came just like this. I didn't polish this gun up at all except to just clean it up. And I, just use like a polishing cloth after I shoot it. But this is a really nice gun. I really wanted these when Smith Wesson came out with them, and I was able to get one. And I got this one too, what I consider to be a steal at the time. Now, last but definitely not least is my Model 57. Now, this is the exact same frame and basically the exact same gun as that Model 29 that I showed you before, except the Model 29 is chambered in .44 Magnum, which I'm sure you all know, but this Model 57 is chambered for .41 Magnum. Now, they are really the exact same gun except for different calibers, but they also made, because they couldn't meet the demand for Model 29s, they actually made Model 57s and chambered them for .44 Magnum and sold them as Model 29s. You may run across one of them every now and then, but I think they are pretty rare. This is the only gun of this collection that I haven't shot yet. Mainly for two reasons. One, I can't really find any .41 Magnum ammo. And two, I really just haven't taken the time. But I'll be changing that real soon. But anyway, that's it. I just wanted to show you each one of these guns individually. Okay. So now that you've got a chance to see my whole Smith & Wesson revolver collection, this is the last time that you'll be able to see this all together. But I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch. Till the next time, it's your boy, Big Swole 58. Thanks for watching.